Hey there and welcome back. I've had another fantastic question come in actually today from our Accelerator membership group. And this question is one we do hear a lot. I know it's a bit of a struggle for lots of people, and I'm going to use the L word here, but it's going live. How do I make my lives better, especially when I feel uncomfortable and overwhelmed about getting in front of a camera? Well, I'm going to answer this question with a couple of different points here, because the first thing is developing that confidence to get in front of the camera. And can I just tell you, I don't think this is a natural thing for very many people. Everybody has different levels of challenge, frustration, and of course, anxiety when it comes to hitting a camera. So how do you get around that? Well, from somebody who had to face this head on a number of years ago, I can tell you that the first piece of advice I can give you is to just get up and do it. Practice is definitely going to help you. I don't believe it'll ever make perfect, but I definitely believe that getting in front of the camera time and time again, it will get easier each and every time that you do it. But there are a couple of little hints and tips I can give you along the way to help you to do this well and show up on camera as your true self. And this is really, really important to do, because as soon as you try to show up being somebody else, what happens? People don't connect with you and resonate with you. The key to social media and the key to this amazing direct selling business that you're in is that it is all about connection, community, and conversation. And I want to help you to connect with people. So the best way to do that is show up as yourself. So here are my hints and tips when it comes to showing up to do a great live. The first thing is don't pre-prepare too much. I know that sounds a little weird to say, but the more you pre-prepare, the less you're going to be. You don't go into a conversation with a friend or for a coffee with somebody, or, to have lunch with someone where you have a real true connection, rehearsing in advance what you're going to say. That being said, I would never show up without knowing first kind of what you're going to cover off on. So here's what I tend to do. I tend to take down some dot points. So what is it that I'm going in here to achieve? What are some of the things that I'm going to cover, and how long am I going to talk for? That way I can ensure that I stay on point, I cover everything and don't miss anything out, and I limit the amount of times that I repeat the same thing, which can definitely be a little trap if you haven't pre-prepared at all. But I'm not a fan of scripts. I do think that if you script everything, which can be tempting to do as a little bit of a security blanket, scripting definitely takes away the sense of you. Your personality disappears out of it. My second hot tip when it comes to lives is not to practice too much. So I'm a really big fan of just getting in and doing it. Now, if you need to do some pre-recorded videos, just like what I'm doing right now, and do a few of those before you go live so you can kind of get the hang of speaking to a camera, that's one way to go about it. But I'm not a fan of recording the same thing again and again. And here's my reason for it. This is a little bit of a secret. All of the people in our community know this because I say it a lot to them, but it might sound a little bit funny to you. And that is, I never watch one of my videos back, ever, 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 ever. The reason is I'm my own worst critic. And I can tell you right now that in the early days of our business, when I was only just doing a few videos or a few lives here and there, I used to work out what I was going to say. I might even script it, and then I would record it. I'd watch it back and I'd critique myself, and I'd go in and I'd record it again, and I'd end up doing 30 recordings of the same thing. And what happens? Number one, you totally lose all personality and energy because you've now just repeated it 30 times. And then for me, I would never actually get it up because I'd chicken out at the end, and I'd end up with what I used to call my video graveyard in my gallery on my phone. So I've got this little rule now where I get in and I do it and I get out. I send it, I either post it immediately or I give it to Greg or someone else in my team. And if I need it critiqued or I need it checked, often I do this with a podcast, I'll tell them to listen to it because they're not going to be as harsh at critiquing it as I will. Now, the last thing I will say is that when you're doing lives, your energy is key, and you don't get the option when you're doing a video or a live of any description of that human contact. People can't just walk out of a room. Well, they can, but if you're doing an event or a party or you're having a coffee with someone, they're not going to just get up when you start to, get boring. They're not going to get up and walk out on you. but on a video they can. So your energy is really important. So a couple of things I'd suggest to do to help pick your energy up before you go live, before you do a demonstration online, any of those fun things where it's just you and the camera, pick your energy up first because it is infectious and people will pick up on it from the other side. So I've got a little hot tip for you. I love to have a game on song, something I listen to that picks my energy up, gets me excited, gets me raring and going before I go in to do my video. I also move my body. So I'll get up, I'll walk around. Best case scenario, I'll get outside and get some fresh air. And if no one's watching, I might even just jump up and down a little bit. If you ever see me at a conference, right before I get up on stage to deliver a keynote, you'll always find me behind stage, jumping up and down while listening to my Game On song. So I'd love for you to comment under this and tell me, what's your Game On song? Let's inspire one another. What's a song you can add to your playlist that gets you excited? I don't care if it's old. I don't care if it's new. What's your Game On song? So they're my hot tips for delivering a great live. Make sure you know what you're going to talk about. Don't over-rehearse it. Don't be the world's worst critic, because you know what? Being real is so much better than being perfect, and get your energy up before you go live. I hope that this video has been helpful. Make sure you keep watch for more of our amazing questions coming through. I love answering these. So if you've got something that you would love to know, maybe one of those burning questions about social media or business in general, throw it our way. Look forward to seeing you again soon. You've been asking us loads of awesome questions, and if you'd love to get more of this, then join us inside of our Facebook group, where we're going to spend more time helping you up your game on social media for your direct selling business. Join us on the inside. Click on the link below.